Welcome back to TMP Finance, where we make long and short-term investing simple. I hope everybody had a great weekend for Easter, and we are back to the grind now, and the markets are definitely back, and they're looking very red now. Technology, electronics, everything's in the red. Nvidia's down 5%, Apple's down 2%. It's looking like a bloodbath over here, but you know what? I'm not worried because we got a plan, and I'm about to share you that plan for all my stocks and the NASDAQ. So let's take a look at the fear and greed. And you know what? Surprisingly, even though we are in the relatively, lower areas of this bear trend, we're still, again, relatively high in the extreme fear, almost breaking into fear. So that is a little funny to see. Now, do I think that means we're going to see a recovery soon? My guess is probably not. I still think the NASDAQ has a little bit of a ways to go, or at least some more consolidation down these lower areas before we continue up. So let's take a look at the NASDAQ charts over here. And we had this huge red day. And if you did take part of my Discord channel, you would have seen that you would have been up 2.79% today as well, just like the day. And that's if you weren't trading with leverage, which I normally trade with about 9 times leverage. So you do the math there. But anyways, it was a red day here, and we did break through this key support here at 18,200, which I think means that we have a very likely chance of coming down here to the 17,000 target over here. We've seen a lot of consolidation and maybe a bounce back from there. But I do think that we're going to make for another touch here, or possibly even a leg lower. Now, the bear scenario is very simple. It's just that, I can't say that we break down of this line because we already did, but it's just a continuation, and that's when we start to move lower and lower, since we did have somewhat of a bounce off of resistance up here. The bull scenario is very easy to visualize as well. It's going to be very, very simple. You are looking for a break above the support line here, above the support over here, and this falling resistance, looking for a retest if you are looking for a little bit more of a safer trade, and that's when you're looking for these higher price targets over here. You could be looking for 20,000, as it's a great psychological number and it's proven to be a very strong support in the past. We've had all-time highs and a lot of bounces off this line as well. Or you could be optimistic and go for those all-time highs. And again, I think that if we do break out of this bear trend, it's more likely that we're going to reach all-time highs before we make a newer low here. So keep that in mind too. And the best part about being in a bear trend is that every day the price is going to move down a little bit lower. So that way, when we do break up and we enter a bull trend again, you have a lot more space to collect some more money. So that is pretty good, and that's why I am very optimistic about this bear trend. The more I see it fall, the more I'm making money because my short-term trading is on fire. I'm catching all these great shorts, and then my long-term investing, yeah, it's a little bit in the red, but with my income, I can put that right into my long-term investing, even out to an extremely low average. And that's when I'm going to pop back when the market goes back into the bull market, and we're going to make some crazy returns. So that is what I'm looking out for the NASDAQ. Let's take a quick look here at Microsoft. I'm going to take a look at the top 3 stocks here in the NASDAQ 100. Let's take a look at Microsoft here. And again, it's not looking too strong. I'm not expecting to see a bullish reversal anytime soon. We just had this huge touch of this resistance line and then a move down from there. So that is what that's what I'm seeing here, is just a lot of bearish price action. And maybe, maybe we don't go any lower. That's not what I think is going to happen, since we were showing a lot of strength to the downside after this huge green day. I think we're going to move a little bit lower, but even if we don't, we're going to see a lot of consolidation here until we break out. So again, just keep an eye out for the break of this resistance line here, and that's going to be the same for Apple, the same for nvidia. You're really not looking for much. And again, when you get these big breaks of resistance over here, you're more likely to reach the all-time high before you reach a lower part in the previous bear trend, or in the bear trend that just passed. So that is something that you're looking out for. Let's take a look at Shiba over here. Typically when I look at crypto charts, there's a couple things to keep in note that aren't really the same as your major securities, such as your stocks, your indexes. I find that Shiba and Doge, let's say, they don't have these straight resistance lines here. They have something that's a little bit more of like an exponential curve, let's say, where we can take a look at a major example here in 2022. We do have something here where you have this curve that meets perfectly at the peak of this bull trend here. And that's when you start to see the price bouncing off. And until we had this crossover, we had a candle actually close over this exponential line. Because again, if I draw a line like this, right, you can just see it's not really lining up with much. There's not a lot of confirmation that is a real trend of resistance. If you try to draw straight lines on this chart, you're going to get faked out quite a few times. But if you have this exponential curve here, the first time we actually break out, that's when you start to see a lot of upside here. So speaking about that, I'm going to delete this resistance line here, and I'm going to keep an eye out for this exponential downtrend here. I'm going to wait for a break of confirmation, which could be as early May. So from there, you are looking for a good amount of upside. There's typically a lot of chopping around and a lot of price going on at this 2400 level over here. So this can be a great take profit. If you are looking to go, wait for it to shoot to the stars, that's up to you. But I think that a very safe trade is going to be around this area here. And I mean, that's still going to be about 100% gain right there. So those are some things you are looking out for, but everything right now is down. I mean, it's so down low. If you take a look at what it will be until we reach back to all-time highs, you're looking at 60% NVIDIA, and Apple, I believe, is about 30 something. Let's take a look here. 34, nearly 35%. There's a lot of upside room. So again, start averaging down. I will make a video soon enough talking about the best places to average down in the stock market when we are going through a bear trend. But that is all for me today for my analysis. Now, if you are interested in getting some more guidance when it comes to your stock trading, come take a look at the link in the description, wap.com/tmpfinance. You'll get access to our exclusive Discord server, and from there, you'll be able to receive trade alerts for all the trades I take. You'll also be able to get free one-on-one sessions, and just ask me anything you want there. You get monthly stock picks too for your swing trades as well. And currently the S&P is down 12.1%, and we're beating the S&P by, let's see here, I'll do the quick math, by 27.25%, and I'll show the chart on the screen there as well. And that's before my 9 times leverage. So if you are interested in picking up some great trades, come take a look at that link in the description. But anyways, I will see y'all tomorrow. Best of luck and peace out. Later, y'all.